Well, it aired in 1984, June of 1984, all around the country, 88 markets, syndicated television. The style of the show was like a studio dance party show. So, similar to Soul Train, American Bandstand, but obviously it was a hip hop show. So I was the host of it. We had Run DMC performing. My co-hosts were Kool Mo D and Special K of the Treacherous Three. Run DMC, their first televised performance. They did Sucker MCs. I thought it was their best performance on television by far. My dance crew, the New York City Breakers, performed. I was about 26 minutes. It was a half-hour show considering commercials. But as early as 1982, I was already producing hip-hop TV shows locally in New York City on cable television. One of them was called On Beat TV, and the host of that was Fab Five Freddy, and I had the first time that Dougie Fresh had ever been filmed, and he was on the show. DJ Jazzy Joyce, the first female hip-hop DJ, was on that show. I had another TV show called TV New York, was also a hip-hop themed cable television show, which had graffiti artists, Phase 2, Futura, a number of different people. And so I was already developing this idea of a hip-hop TV show as early as like 1981 and 1982. I'm really proud of the show, even though it was like a pilot and even though it was still kind of in the works and trying to like fine-tune it, it still got amazing rating. It got huge numbers in terms of like how many people were watching it, what kind of critical response it had. And still, because they thought rap was a fad, it didn't make it into ongoing series, which was unfortunate. I'd be like Russell Simmons right now if it did. Looking at the world today in that, rap is like the biggest thing ever, bigger than rock and roll ever was. Back in the day, the way that we got the word out about an event, a hip hop event, whatever it might be, was through flyers. They've become an art form in themselves now, and they're this collectible thing that they don't even make them anymore. Nobody bothers to make them anymore. Why? Because everything's on social media. Today with social media, it really changes your focus. It changes, I think, the time you have. All of a sudden, multitasking is more important than any one particular thing. Like if you're not multitasking today, you're not doing anything because everybody has to multitask. It's like it's forced on us because everything is so much more complex today. And I can't help but wonder if part of that is contributing to a degeneration of creative expression. Quite frankly, I'm looking at some of the MCs today, some of the rappers today, even compared to the 90s. Like, I don't see any, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see anybody out there who can like stand up to like Diggable Planet or to Q-Tip or to De La Soul or even some of the more commercial artists like from Tommy Boy Music, like Naughty by Nature, and producers like Prince Paul. If you go to Kickstarter and type in Graffiti Rock, you'll see my 30th anniversary Graffiti Rock campaign to re-release Graffiti Rock show. It's its 30th anniversary next year. But the lion's share of the $50,000 I'm trying to raise is to make a documentary about the making of Graffiti Rock, a documentary going into my own personal history as a hip hop pioneer. So please go to Kickstarter, type in Graffiti Rock and pledge your support. You're gonna see some amazing, amazing gifts for the different levels of pledges. Amazing. I opened up my vaults and I'm offering all this unseen footage that I shot back in the late 70s, early 80s. T-shirts, posters, memorabilia, things that I've never offered to people before is being offered now. And I think it's gonna be really exciting for people who pledge. So thank you very much and please pledge.